game up at Cornell. I thought the team played well. It was a real solid road win for us in a difficult place, and I thought the team responded, and it was a good win for us. Made the bus ride home okay.
Still not great, but
no,
still
not great.
Believe
me, it's a long way. Tom was complaining the most about it.
Thanks.
Typical.
Going into the Cornell game, it seemed like concern's probably not the right word, but we did talk about how they would play physically, and that
we matched that. I'll tell you what, we matched it real early in the game. Guys like Hardaway, a couple of good, solid hits, and that kind of set the tempo, which was a good thing. But we responded to that well. We jumped on them early in the game and scored a great. Our first goal was a great goal. It was a good from forecheck, and then it was a tic-tac-toe type goal with that line moved it. And Cincinnati's first goal. But we've turned that page. That was a good win for us. And it's, as I told the team, 5 games in, we've gotten off to a decent start, but it doesn't equate to much of anything 5 games. So now we just turn the page, and now we've got Boston College, one of the top teams in the country, defending champs, all of that stuff. So, and they're a very talented team. We're on the road again this weekend. Down there Friday, and then we'll focus on our other game Saturday morning.
First month of the schedule, given the fact you've only had once a week, it's almost like a football schedule right now. I mean, have you looked at this as an opportunity to maybe learn a little bit more about your team than you would have given back-to-back nights where you wouldn't be able to work on something?
I don't know. I mean, you can learn something with 2 games, whether it's 1 or 2. But there's no question that being on the road, playing the teams that we've played, we've learned a lot about our team, how they're going to respond to playing in difficult atmospheres against very good teams. And overall, we've done okay. They've responded. I'm pleased with the way we've responded. We got work to do, but it's still early, and as I mentioned to you last week, we're doing little things better, and we got to continue. Our shot hand, believe it or not, we did a pretty good job on shot hand, yet we give up 2 goals. So it's crazy sometimes how you score on the power play and how you give them up sometimes on shot hand. But overall, I thought we improved in that area, but we can't prove that with the stats because we gave up 2 goals.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty tough for us to practice all week and then knowing we only have to play 1 game on the weekend, especially like on Friday we had a pretty good game, and it would have been nice to take that over to Saturday. But I mean, as of right now, I think we have 2 game weekends until at least the break. I'm not really 100% sure, but we know this weekend and next weekend, so that's something that we're looking forward to, especially against BC on Friday. That's going to be a true test of where we're really at and how we compete in our league and nationally. So I think we're really looking forward to that game.
Obviously, you've already played some good, high-quality teams, high-quality programs, but is it somehow different when you go against a BC, BU, Maine, because they're in your league?
Over the years, I personally feel different. I mean, I guess I don't take the game differently. I just feel differently playing Hockey East versus out of conference. It just feels different. I feel like sometimes Hockey East is more up tempo. I feel like it's just more of a battle playing in your own league. You see the teams 3 times a year for 4 years, and whether an out of conference team, it's still a good game. Obviously against Michigan, that was a really good game, and Cornell and those teams, but in Miami. But I just feel like it's more of a, especially against BC. We love playing BC. I personally love playing BC and BU and Maine and all those teams, and they happen to be the stronger teams past few years. So I think that definitely we look forward to those games, definitely.
Is it partly that sort of intimate knowledge of who you're playing that you probably know this kid did this to you last year?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's that, and no matter what, BC's been they've won it twice since I've been here. So
True.
you want to we want to prove ourselves as with the kind of team we want to be, and no better to beat the best. So to be the best. And I think BC has proved that the last few years of college hockey they've kind of dominated.
Right now in standings, I mean, you guys aren't too high, but that's also because you've only played one game, whereas some of these other teams have played, 4, 5, 6 games. Does that add to the anticipation and make you guys more anxious to get in there to show, everyone that you are a competitor in Hockey East?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely not a bad thing that we've only played one Hockey East game, and other teams have already played. I think BU has played 5, so it just shows us where we're starting to play in our league now, and shows us where we're gonna have to be to be competitive this year in our league. And I think as of right now, I think teams like BU, I think some people counted BU out this year, and I mean they haven't lost a game yet this year, so you never know, and it's still really early. But we just want to focus on this weekend and kind of really start out in our league play on a positive note.
You guys always talk about not looking past teams in Hockey East, all of them. I mean, they're all good teams, but is it a good thing that you're seeing BC first, just so you're not looking past Lowell to BC and you get them fresher on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, any team in our league especially can beat any team, and I think that Merrimack beat BC on Saturday, and they're a really good team this year. Northeastern was really tough to play against. That was, personally for me, that was the toughest game I think I've played this far, as in terms of, they played strong, they played tough, and it couldn't really get much going on them. So, you never really know. You just have to be prepared every week and know that. I think we all know that Hockey East, whether it's whoever it is, we're in for a really tough game. So
You had a couple goals as well. Was it one of those games where you kind of, I don't know, you get a couple goals, what's the carryover if there is one for the next game?
I don't know. I mean, as far as you get some confidence when the puck goes in the net. I mean, everybody does, but I think the biggest thing is just trying to get pucks to the net and shoot as many pucks as we can, and that's what Bruce and I talk about, before every game, trying to get the puck to the net, and that eventually they're going to go in, and they have been so far this year. So we're pretty happy about how that's going.
Line and blocks line going. How important is that for you guys to keep contributing, given take some relief off your top line too?
Yeah, I mean, look at everything right now is pretty balanced.
Sure.
I mean, it's all the way through, and I think that this team is going to have the ability to play that way. A lot like a lot of the top teams, Boston College, in the past has always had 3 or 4 lines that are always contributing offensively, and I think that's what we want to have this year. I think that's kind of how it's shaping up, which is really nice for the team.
Bad thing to see BC first on Friday, given you've had the week off. I mean, you never want to look past the team, but had you seen them maybe on Saturday, you might look past Lowell.
Yeah, no. I guess it's positive to both. Sometimes the Saturday game, you have already gotten your feet wet on the weekend, and you're a little bit calmer with the puck and whatnot. But we're excited to go against BC. We're 5 games in now. It's not really the beginning of the season anymore, and we've had time to work things out. And I think we have a good week of practice, and we'll be ready for BC.
Anything surprised you so far in a positive way about how your team has performed so far this year?
I don't think surprised. I mean, we knew coming in that we have a lot of great players returning, and so I don't think we're surprised. I mean, I think maybe some people on the outside may be a little surprised at how we've been playing so far, but I think that we really haven't played a bad game yet. We had a real tough month as far as out of conference games. I don't know if there's any other teams in the country that played as tough a schedule as we did, and I think we learned a lot from it and gained some experience, and I think it's going to be helpful down the road.